Morning guys, it is Mothering Sunday, so for any mothers that are watching either live or in arrears or in the past, happy Mother's Day for those past and present, living or otherwise. It is a very cold day. It's just above zero, 0.5 above zero. All the grass is frozen and my car was completely frozen this morning over. I was undecided yesterday afternoon whether I was going to go for the 6 miler or 10k, and I woke up at 7. It's now 7:30, and I thought I'd get up, get out and just be committed. It's like all these things, very easy to delay until tomorrow and then something else will happen. So I've worked to my training schedule as much as I can. Did the swim yesterday. So now off to the beach. I'm gonna head to Worthing Beach. I haven't actually, despite living in this area for 34 years, apart from leaving when I was in the military, going away and then coming back, never actually run this route, run the seafront at Worthing. So I'm going to find a place to park up, run the beach. It's where they run the Worthing marathon and half marathon. See how I get on. I'm still in recovery week, it's the last day of recovery today. Tomorrow I had a quick glance at tomorrow's rest day, but I had a quick glance at the week ahead and it looks pretty intense. I think now is when it starts to ramp up, so that'll be good. I think the body's going to start to shift a little bit more over the coming weeks. I think I'm going to need some more recovery, some more thought out recovery. So I was speaking to someone yesterday who was meant to do the Ironman I'm doing last year. She broke her foot a few weeks beforehand, and despite her months and months of training, dedication and commitment, she didn't complete it. And it's a really inspirational story, and the energy that she gave out was very, very good and clean and pure. And refreshing, to be honest. A lot of people will always feed you a line. I read an article, one of the Tri magazines the other day, about a lot of arrogance, a lot of selfishness within the sport, especially at maybe higher age groupers, a bit of self-importance. But as I've said all along, I've not experienced that yet. I've not experienced that kind of shield or that space. We were talking about this yesterday with a friend of ours, a mutual friend, and we were saying about how life attracts like. As an energy source, and if you look at us through a thermal imaging camera, we are just energy radiating beyond our skin. there has to be an element of the law of attraction in there. Within my normal working life, I write about the law of attraction, universal laws. And I think if you're the type of person that attracts negativity, bonds through negativity, and enjoys seeing a negative spin on others, then I think that's where you're going to find yourself. That's the kind of environment where you're going to place yourself and be. Early Sunday morning riders out, pack of riders just went past. So yeah, I think, and then on the flip side of that, if you put yourself in those healthy living environments where you're consciously looking for positive people, comfortable people, people who inspire, and you immerse yourself within that environment, you certainly see it's different in shift in the person that you become. And I think that's so important during your training. I've heard lots of people saying, oh, you know, it becomes your life, you become self-obsessed on everything, even as a non-pro age grouper that just wants to finish. I think within that statement you have to understand the amount of commitment that it takes to do something like this, and the fact that you don't have time for negativity, for negative people. And because of that, do tend to approach things slightly differently, and those people that have been around you that have been a little negative, they're the people that be saying that you're shifting. And I think it's not because something is negative or you're being something you're not. I think it's because you've found purpose, comfort, a lifestyle that you enjoy. And let's not forget the amount of endorphins that the body releases when you're exercising. It's hard to be unhappy when you're running or reaching in or working in a threshold, an aerobic threshold. You can be sad, you can be upset, there's a lot of emotions that can be there, but you can't be negative. Because the second you become negative is the second you hit a mental wall, a mindful wall, a deeper level of resistance. So I think the body enters that space of, it's going to give you everything you need, providing you fuel it well. Naturally we intend being, or attempt to be, positive. It goes back to, our caveman days, if you believe in evolution. You're going all the way back to that place where, as a species, Neanderthals, we didn't have time for negativity. We didn't have time to think in a positive state because we're in that place of survival. I think there's a lot to be said about elite endurance athletes and them being able to link back to that core instinct. So, I'm yet to find an arrogant, selfish, self-important athlete. I've met a few, I'm sure I'll meet many more. I hope not to meet them. Certainly won't be attracted them. But if I do, I guess they have their own story. I was taught very early on, and it's one of the principles of NLP, that people are not their behaviour. You know, it's very easy to cast judgment on an individual, but not knowing what their day's been like, what their week's been like, what their past is like. Unless you're working in the present moment, which not many people are. People are holding on to the past. People are holding on to that experience of life that came before them, because they know what's coming. They feel comfort in living within that space. So, yet to meet one. I hope I don't. I'm sure they're out there. If you're training like me, you're new, you know, you're only what, 20 odd days, 27, 26 days into my training. I hope that you're fortunate enough not to experience that negative aspect that has been reported. So, looks busy out here. Just arrived at where I'm going to set off. So I will catch up with you soon. Enjoy the run. So just finished. It was only 9.49 kilometers, which is about 6 miles anyway. 49 minutes 40 seconds, heart rate zone I think average at 4. My training effect was 5. 84% of my lap HR percentage max. I think if I'd have gone back around the pier on the way back, it would have been the full 10k. Stunning day, cold, but it was good because the breeze from the sea really kept you cool as you was running. It's only stopped now. I'm sweating. Felt good, felt comfortable. It took me probably a good, I'd say 70% of the way. The last stretch on the way back, I already found my pace. I've been practicing new running style, just kind of leaning forward more, smaller steps. My stride when I used to do cross country was a lot longer. So again, it's just re-educating yourself, slight tilt forward, falling gracefully, I think they say, all of the way. Obviously less effort is required because you're using the body's natural momentum to fall, to propel the body forward. So it's just focusing on the smaller little bits. So far, touch wood, no pain, no injuries. I don't intend having any. It's positive thinking for you. My shins, if anything, are tight on my right hand side, but I'm going to go to the gym now, have a quick shower, and then a very light stretch session. What I find is, if you have access to a sauna, stretching in the sauna is very, very good. It's like Bikram yoga, where you're obviously practicing yoga in the heat. I find that really helps. Just hydrating now with some water with one protein scoop in it, and I've got a banana kicking around somewhere which I'm going to have now. Then home, and then I'm out for the day with the family, but I will catch up with you later on. Hope you enjoyed the run. It was intermittent. I filmed bits and pieces because there's a lot of children's playgrounds around, so it's not convenient really to be filming. Parents don't like it, and I don't certainly like it as a parent. So that's it for now. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Peace out. It's been undertaken. Whoa! Nearly off. Afternoon, YouTubers. So it's the end of Sunday. We've been to a fun park called Fisher's Farm with a family. So it's been really good. So just now cooking dinner. We've got sweet potato and white potato chips covered in salt and Himalayan pink salt, paprika and garlic powder, and then homemade chicken goujons, which is basically grade A chicken breast chopped up, a couple of bits of brown or wholemeal bread toasted, then blended into bread crumbs with some basil, some salt and pepper in that, some olive oil, and a couple of bits and pieces to add a little bit of a kick. I can't remember what I put in there, but just some mixed herbs. Stick it in the oven, served with a bit of salad. So that's it for today. Tomorrow's rest day. So I'll catch up with you in the morning. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out, have a good one, and keep on smiling.